Let's face the truth, in life, not everyone will respect you. Some people, for various reasons, enjoy testing your limits. They might make sarcastic remarks, criticize your choices, or, worse, completely ignore your feelings and presence. Such disrespectful behaviors are not only annoying but can also cause deep hurt if you let them affect you. But do you really need to respond to every instance of disrespect? Try looking at the issue differently. Facing disrespect doesn't have to turn you into a defensive person or lead to negative reactions. It's not a battle to see who wins in the situation. Instead, what you need to do is remain calm. Not let emotions overwhelm you, and most importantly, protect your self-worth. There's an important truth. How you react to disrespect not only reflects your value but also shapes how others perceive and treat you. If you allow anger or hurt to control your actions, you're giving the other person power over the situation. However, if you confront the situation calmly, confidently, and assertively, you're showing the world that their disrespect doesn't define who you are. This may sound easier said than done, right? Think about the last time someone made you feel disrespected. It could have been a colleague publicly criticizing your work, a family member belittling your success, or even a stranger behaving rudely on the street. In those moments, the first reaction is often anger, hurt, or an immediate urge to retaliate. But if you pause and reflect, you'll realize you can choose a different approach. We cannot control how others behave, but we can always control how we respond. This is the power of staying calm and protecting your self-worth. Remember, your dignity does not depend on the actions of others but lies in how you choose to act. In this video, we will explore 5 effective ways to handle disrespect while maintaining your dignity. These methods will not only help you protect your emotions and self-worth but also help you build a strong, confident image in the eyes of those around you. Get ready to embark on this journey of exploration. Each approach we will discuss is based on wisdom, calmness, and confidence, qualities that help you navigate difficult situations without losing yourself. Let's get started. Part 1: The Art of Calmness. In life, each of us inevitably encounters situations where others show us disrespect. Whether through words or actions, disrespect can make us feel angry, hurt, or compelled to react immediately. However, there is another approach, a subtle and wise way to deal with such moments: the art of calmness. When offended or faced with disrespect, a natural human reaction is often an emotional outburst. The feeling of a threat to dignity triggers a strong emotional response within us: anger, frustration, even hatred. Yet, Buddhism teaches that all reactions stem from ignorance and the automatic responses of the mind, lacking clear self-awareness. These moments represent an opportunity for us to practice mindfulness, awareness, and inner peace. Instead of reacting immediately, Buddhism encourages us to adopt the practice of pausing. When someone disrespects you, remember that silence is not weakness but a form of protecting your inner peace. This pause creates space for us to observe and feel the entire situation, and more importantly, to recognize our own emotions without letting them dictate our actions. Imagine a specific scenario. You might be in a meeting or chatting with a loved one when they make a rude comment, unfairly criticizing you. Those words can feel like an attack on your self-esteem. In that moment, the first reaction is often to respond, to prove your point, or to criticize the other person in return. However, Buddhism teaches that anger only fuels further suffering, and if you react that way, you will also create suffering for yourself. Pausing, in the Buddhist sense, is a practice of mindfulness, a moment of awareness, a stop between hearing and speaking, between feeling and acting. When you stop in silence, you create a space for yourself to observe your mind and gain clarity about what is happening within you and around you. This not only helps you maintain your calm but also allows you to release negative emotions like anger and hurt, enabling you to choose a wiser response. One profound lesson we can learn from pausing is maintaining a distance between emotion and action. We are not slaves to our feelings. An angry reaction only escalates the tension and harms both ourselves and others. But if you take a moment to pause, you will realize that those emotions are not you. They are merely thoughts and feelings passing through your mind. The moment of silence you create for yourself not only helps you control your emotions but can also awaken the other person. When you remain silent after an insult, you not only protect your peace but also compel the other person to confront their words. In Buddhism, this can be understood as an act of wisdom and compassion, not responding with anger but with profound awareness. For example, when someone made a rude comment about my work, I paused. Instead of rushing to react immediately, I took a moment of silence to observe the anger rising within me. Then, I looked at that person calmly and said, "That's an interesting perspective." The silence that followed carried more weight than anything I could have said. By saying that, I did not agree with them, I expressed that their disrespect would not affect me. That statement did not retaliate against the rudeness but simply opened a space for dialogue and made the other person reconsider. Buddhism teaches that we are all in the process of cultivation. When you encounter a situation of disrespect, instead of responding with anger, you can view it as an opportunity for personal growth. Each time we face disrespect, we have a chance to practice forgiveness and compassion, not only toward others but also toward ourselves. The practice of pausing and not reacting immediately is a way to cultivate in our daily lives, gradually helping us achieve inner peace and freedom in every situation. Just like in a Buddhist teaching, when we feel anger, we should look at that emotion mindfully and recognize that anger is just a temporary mental state. We are not its slaves. And when we pause, breathe, and observe, we will realize that our ego doesn't need to defend or justify itself. We simply need to be present in the moment without reacting with anger. Remember, silence is a strength. A wise silence is not because we have nothing to say, but because we know our words might add to the suffering of ourselves and others. When we are silent, we allow space in our hearts for negative emotions to settle and for peace to emerge. In summary, the art of calmness is not about yielding or weakness. It is an act of wisdom and mindfulness. A way to protect our dignity without responding with hostility. Practicing the pause not only helps us navigate disrespect with resilience but also deepens our journey of cultivation, leading to inner peace and freedom from negative mental reactions. Part 2: Establishing Clear Boundaries. In life, one of the fundamental causes of disrespect is the lack of clarity in personal boundaries. Without a clear distinction between what is acceptable and what is not, others can easily intrude into our space and dignity. This doesn't mean we have to live defensively or on guard. But the ambiguity in establishing boundaries can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts. Buddhism teaches that one of the most important principles in practice is awareness in every situation. This awareness manifests not only in significant actions but also in the smallest gestures, such as how we confront disrespect from others. Establishing clear boundaries is part of our practice, as it involves protecting ourselves from unhealthy influences without harming others. This doesn't mean we have to be rigid or rude, rather, it means knowing how to respond wisely and thoughtfully. 1. Self-respect through boundary setting. One of the fundamental principles in Buddhism is to love oneself and protect oneself from harmful influences that disrupt the peace and tranquility of the mind. To achieve this, establishing personal boundaries is essential. When we lack clarity about what we can and cannot accept, we easily get swept up in negative emotions such as hurt, anger, or disappointment. Setting clear boundaries does not mean building a solid wall to shield ourselves from all external influences. Instead, it is a subtle awareness of what nourishes our inner peace and what harms it. Buddhism encourages us to be strong in self-awareness and to know how to protect our calm without judging or overreacting to the disrespectful actions of others. 2. A calm yet firm tone. In the process of establishing boundaries, tone plays a crucial role. Buddhism teaches that every action and word we express can create karma, affecting ourselves and those around us. Communicating personal boundaries with a calm yet firm tone not only helps us protect ourselves but also makes others aware that respect is fundamental to healthy relationships. A calm tone does not imply timidity or lack of confidence, rather, it reflects wisdom in expression. Buddhism emphasizes that when we master our minds, we will not be swept away by negative emotions. When you say, "I'm uncomfortable with this tone," or "let's keep things respectful," you are not just asking for respect. You are also opening up an opportunity for the other person to reflect on their behavior. Such statements demonstrate confidence and a clear understanding of what we need to maintain inner peace. To express ourselves calmly and firmly, we need to practice mindfulness, awareness in listening and articulating what aligns with our values. Buddhism encourages facing challenging situations with calmness and wisdom, avoiding being swept away by emotions and becoming slaves to natural reactions. 3. No need to be aggressive. One important lesson from Buddhism is that compassion does not equate to weakness, and decisiveness does not mean rudeness. Setting boundaries is not an aggressive act or a threat to others, it is a demonstration of self-respect and respect for others. When you assertively express your boundaries, there is no need to appear aggressive or harsh. Statements like, "let's keep things respectful," are not confrontational, they are simply reasonable requests, indicating that you recognize your self-worth and will not accept disrespect. Buddhism teaches that every action should stem from compassion and wisdom. If we can maintain calmness and not be swept away by emotions while setting boundaries, we are practicing compassion for ourselves. We don't need to resort to harshness or anger to protect ourselves. We only need confidence and straightforwardness in maintaining our values and limits. 4. Long-term benefits of clear boundaries. As you begin to practice establishing clear boundaries in all situations, you will notice the long-term benefits it brings. Buddhism teaches that every action impacts the future, and setting boundaries is a way for us to create a peaceful future free from manipulation by others. When you speak decisively and calmly, you help the other person realize that respect is fundamental for maintaining healthy relationships. Those around you will gradually understand that you are a person of value who deserves respect. And they will think twice before acting disrespectfully again. This helps create an environment around you where respect and peace are prioritized. 5. Compassion in boundary setting. Buddhism always emphasizes that compassion does not mean neglecting to protect oneself. You can be very compassionate while also being firm in protecting your values. Compassionate boundary setting means not only safeguarding yourself from disrespect but also opening the opportunity for others to recognize and change their behavior. You don't need to apply forceful or coercive methods, you just need a compassionate firmness. When you establish boundaries clearly and calmly, you not only protect yourself but also help others recognize the importance of respecting others in every situation. It is that compassion and wisdom in establishing boundaries that will lead to harmony and peace in all relationships. In summary, establishing clear boundaries is not just an act of self-protection. It is also a practice of mindfulness and compassion. It is a way for us to live a peaceful and liberated life, where respect and love are core values. Part 3, Not Being Provoked. In life, we often encounter people with disrespectful attitudes, and sometimes their actions are not random. They may deliberately provoke us to elicit a reaction. They want to see if we will be hurt, angry, or react in a way they expect. Their reactions can challenge our calmness and self-control. However, in such situations, Buddhism teaches that maintaining tranquility and not being provoked is key to preserving our composure and protecting our inner peace. Buddhism consistently encourages us to practice mindfulness in every situation, especially in challenging circumstances like facing disrespect. We can learn valuable lessons from these situations if we manage to keep our peace of mind and not allow provocations to shake us. 1. Awareness in provocation. One of the essential elements in Buddhism is mindfulness, being fully aware and attentive to each moment. When confronted with disrespectful individuals who provoke us, if we lack mindfulness, we may easily get swept up in negative emotions like anger, hurt, or overreaction. However, facing provocation is not a challenge for those who practice mindfulness. Mindfulness teaches us to recognize that all actions and words of others are merely temporary phenomena, and nothing can shake our inner peace if we do not allow it to occupy space in our minds. When someone disrespects us or attempts to provoke us, the first thing we need to do is pause, take a deep breath, and observe our emotions. Buddhism teaches that all emotions can dissipate if we do not continue to nurture them. In such moments, mindfulness helps us realize that the words or actions of others do not reflect us but merely express themselves. Remaining calm and not reacting immediately is how we can master ourselves and avoid being provoked. 2. Neutral responses, a surprising approach. Instead of retaliating or defending ourselves, Buddhism encourages us not to be victims of circumstances but to practice self-control and maintain inner peace. In provocative situations, we do not necessarily have to react strongly. Buddhism teaches that, like water flowing through grass, a gentle, patient, and calm response can be the most powerful answer. One of the most effective ways to avoid being provoked is to respond neutrally, a surprising approach that prevents others from manipulating your emotions. When faced with disrespect, instead of reacting with anger or hurt, you can respond simply and calmly. I understand. That's one way to look at it. These responses are neither confrontational nor submissive. They demonstrate a high level of awareness in how we engage with the world without letting our minds be affected by external factors. When you respond calmly like this, the provocateur will realize they cannot unsettle you, and their disrespectful actions will lose their power. This not only helps protect yourself but also makes the other person aware that their actions do not affect you. 3. Learning from Stoicism. Don't get trapped. Ancient philosophies like Stoicism also teach us an important lesson about facing provocation: don't get trapped. Stoics encourage us to view every event and action from an objective perspective, not getting swept away by emotions or impulsive reactions. According to Stoicism, when we maintain calmness and do not react emotionally, we not only protect ourselves but also enhance our self-control and level of spiritual maturity. Buddhism shares a similar perspective. All events in life can be viewed as lessons. If we regard provocation from others as an opportunity to practice patience, compassion, and calmness, we will not only master ourselves but also develop wisdom and inner tranquility. Buddhism teaches that anger and overreaction only disturb our souls and distance us from peace. Not being provoked is a method to maintain mindfulness and avoid falling into emotional traps. 4. The power of silence. One of the valuable lessons that Buddhism teaches is the power of silence. When faced with disrespect, we do not necessarily have to say anything. Sometimes, silence is the strongest response, as it demonstrates that we are not swayed by external influences. Silence in such moments affirms our self-worth and serves as a means of self-protection without the need for argument or struggle. When confronting provocation, maintaining silence or responding gently and neutrally can truly change the dynamics. When the provocateur realizes they cannot affect you, they will abandon their pursuit. This is not only a form of self-protection but also an intelligent action to prevent external factors from disturbing our inner peace. 5. Compassion towards the provoker. Buddhism teaches that compassion does not mean submission, rather, it is a deep understanding and empathy for others, even when they show us disrespect. Compassion helps us recognize that others' actions often stem from their own suffering, and if we respond with calmness and wisdom, We not only protect ourselves but also give them an opportunity to reflect on their actions. Buddhism encourages us to practice unconditional compassion, not allowing the provocations of others to harm our souls. We can maintain our peace and avoid being provoked when we are capable of viewing every situation from a perspective of understanding and compassion. Not being provoked is a crucial part of practicing mindfulness and compassion in life. By staying calm, not overreacting, and responding neutrally, we can protect ourselves from disrespect and prevent negative emotions from dictating our actions. Remember, provocation can only affect us if we allow it to. Part 4. Maintaining necessary distance. In life, we often encounter challenging relationships. Sometimes, there are individuals who disrespect us, hurt us, or try to take advantage of our kindness. Buddhism teaches that not every battle needs to be fought, and not every relationship deserves our effort and affection. In such cases, instead of continuing to endure, stepping back and choosing distance is a powerful action to protect our inner peace and ensure that we spend time with those who truly deserve it. Wisdom in Buddhism comes not only from understanding and forgiving but also from the ability to be selective about our relationships and to discern what aligns with our spiritual growth. Sometimes, maintaining distance is not an act of anger or giving up, rather, it is a way to shield ourselves from negative influences that can harm the tranquility of our souls. 1. Methods to protect inner peace. In Buddhism, we learn how to face challenges without letting them disturb our minds. Mindfulness and peace are two crucial elements in protecting the soul from negativity. Maintaining inner peace requires us to recognize and understand that relationships do not always bring happiness. Sometimes, they only bring conflict, suffering, and hurt. When someone consistently disrespects you, remember that you do not have to endure that disrespect. Keeping a distance is not an act of weakness but rather one of wisdom and intelligence. Buddhism teaches that if a person continually creates discomfort, causes harm, or induces stress in your mind, you have the right to choose to distance yourself from them. This does not mean abandoning them, it means you know how to protect yourself from falling into states of suffering or anger. 2. Stepping back is not anger. Stepping back and maintaining distance is not an act of anger or giving up. Buddhism encourages us to practice compassion and forgiveness in relationships. But that does not mean tolerating disrespect and ignoring negative behaviors. Taking a step back is a way to avoid getting caught up in someone else's negativity and to preserve our inner peace. When we step back in a relationship, it does not mean we do not care or love the other person. In fact, sometimes stepping back is an act of compassion. It helps us protect ourselves and avoid unnecessary arguments, hurt, or conflicts. Maintaining distance is a form of showing patience and emotional mastery, which prevents us from falling into the traps of anger or retaliation. 3. Filtering relationships. Buddhism teaches that in life, some relationships will help us grow and develop spiritually, while others may take us away from tranquility. Filtering relationships is an essential part of practicing mindfulness. You have the right to choose who surrounds you, those who can uplift, appreciate, and support your spiritual growth. If someone continually disrespects you, making you feel hurt or stressed, it may be time to step back. This does not mean you cannot forgive them or continue to maintain a relationship with them. However, sometimes it is necessary to protect your inner peace by avoiding close contact with those who may pull us away from serenity. Buddhism teaches that our task is not to change others but to change our perceptions and reactions. If someone disrespects you, and that disrespect continually makes you feel hurt, then instead of trying to change them, you can learn to step back to safeguard your inner peace. This is the awakening and deep understanding of yourself and the relationships around you. 4. Maintaining distance is maturity. Stepping back in a relationship is not a sign of weakness or giving up, it is a sign of maturity. When we know how to choose those around us and to step back when necessary, we are genuinely protecting our tranquility and maintaining inner peace. Buddhism teaches that relationships are an essential part of life, but they are not everything. Inner peace is the most valuable thing we can achieve. If a relationship does not help us find this peace, we have the right to withdraw and spend time with those who provide spiritual support and positive development. 5. Sometimes stepping back is how to maintain peace. One reason why maintaining distance is important is that it helps preserve peace. Buddhism advises us to always strive for harmony in all relationships, but that may not always be achievable if negative influences are continually present. When you step back in a relationship, you not only protect yourself but also help maintain a peaceful space for yourself and others. Choosing distance is a powerful way to safeguard your inner peace. Buddhism teaches that we have the right to filter our relationships and protect our souls from negativity. Stepping back is not an act of anger or avoidance. It is a wise action that helps maintain tranquility and happiness. Filter your relationships and keep only those who genuinely appreciate and support you on your journey toward inner peace. Part 5: Navigating Life with Confidence. In life, we cannot avoid encountering disrespect from others. At times, their words and actions may hurt us. But Buddhism teaches that confidence is not merely a facade, it is an inner strength built on self-respect and a deep understanding of our own worth. When you exude confidence, you not only protect yourself from disrespect but also send a powerful message that you will not allow others' negativity to affect you. 1. Confidence as a reflection of self-respect. Confidence is not an innate quality that we either possess or lack. It is cultivated through our daily actions, thoughts, and decisions. In Buddhism, confidence does not stem from arrogance or pride, but from a profound understanding of oneself and one's true value. When we practice mindfulness, we become acutely aware of our positive qualities and can face challenges without being shaken. Self-respect is a prerequisite for building confidence. When you know how to respect yourself, you will not allow anyone or anything to diminish your worth. Buddhism teaches that we have the right to protect ourselves from negativity and not let others define us through their disrespectful or rude behaviors. Confidence emerges from within. And as you develop this confidence, you will find yourself capable of handling any difficult situation without getting lost in negative emotions. 2. Demonstrating self-respect through action. Buddhism emphasizes that self-respect must be expressed not only through words but also through daily actions. When you exhibit confidence, you not only show that you know your worth but also send a strong message that you respect yourself and do not accept disrespect from others. A confident person typically stands tall, speaks clearly, and demonstrates through their actions that they are assured and unafraid to protect their peace. This does not mean you have to appear arrogant or confrontational, rather. It is a way of asserting that you will not tolerate disrespectful treatment. Buddhism teaches that mindfulness in action is crucial, act from a place of calmness and self-awareness, rather than reacting with anger or indignation. For instance, when someone makes a rude comment to you, instead of reacting immediately, you can stand tall and calmly say, "I do not accept this disrespect." In doing so, you exhibit confidence in protecting yourself without resorting to anger or confrontation. 3. Confidence as a powerful message. When you navigate life with confidence, you not only protect yourself but also send a clear message to those around you that you do not accept disrespect. Your confidence can prompt others to reconsider their behavior. Buddhism teaches that calmness and wisdom will naturally radiate and positively influence others. When you stand firm in your values, those around you will notice your tranquility and strength. This awareness may deter them from engaging in disrespectful actions, as they will recognize that they cannot unsettle you. Buddhism encourages us to live harmoniously, unaffected by others' negativity, and this confidence will help you maintain stability in life. 4. Confidence is not complacency. In the journey of developing confidence, we must always remember that confidence is not complacency or arrogance. Buddhism teaches us to remain humble and aware of our limits. True confidence does not come from proving ourselves to others but from a deep understanding of ourselves and the ability to remain calm in the face of challenges. When you truly understand your worth and live according to those values, you will not feel the need to excessively prove or defend yourself. Buddhism reminds us that inner peace is the most important thing, and it is the foundation of true confidence. A confident person does not need to display their strength outwardly, instead, they radiate peace and wisdom. 5. Confidence as a reflection of inner calm. Ultimately, true confidence does not come from noise or asserting oneself through empty words. It arises from inner calm and peace. Mindfulness in Buddhism helps us maintain clarity and steadiness in all situations. When you have confidence from within, you will not be swayed by others' disrespect or negativity. When faced with stressful situations or disrespect, the confidence that comes from within will help you maintain clarity and avoid hasty reactions. You will be able to stand firm and respond calmly, without allowing negativity to disturb your inner peace. Navigating life with confidence is not just a strategy for coping with disrespect, it is an act of enlightenment and maturity. Buddhism teaches that confidence must stem from self-understanding and self-respect. When you respect yourself and demonstrate confidence in your actions and thoughts, you will not be swayed by others' disrespect. Confidence is a powerful message, and when you live with this confidence, you not only protect yourself from negativity but also inspire others to stand firm in their values. Remember that those who dwell in negativity cannot shake someone who is steadfast in their self-worth, and this confidence will serve as your shield through life's challenges. Conclusion. When faced with disrespect, we often feel the need to protect ourselves, prove our correctness, or even engage in arguments. However, as we have explored together in this video, confronting disrespect is not about fighting or proving ourselves. It is about standing firm in our values and prioritizing peace. Acting from a place of self-respect and inner calm is how we maintain serenity in this world. Each method we have discussed, from pausing to stay calm, setting clear boundaries, to keeping distance or not being provoked, serves as a way to protect yourself without losing your composure. These strategies not only help you deal with disrespect but also serve as powerful reminders of your self-worth. Remember that your self-respect is non-negotiable. And when you live from that perspective, you will always retain your inner strength and peace, regardless of the circumstances. True confidence comes from understanding your own value. And when you know that value, you will not allow disrespect to affect you. Instead of overreacting or responding with anger, you will reply from a place of calm and steadiness, which not only preserves your dignity but also earns you greater respect from those around you. If you find these tips helpful and feel that this video has been valuable to you, please don't hesitate to leave a comment sharing your thoughts. We would love to hear your feedback and continue learning together about more positive ways to live. Like and share this video with those you think could also benefit from these lessons. And don't forget to subscribe to the Life Lessons channel for more insightful videos on how to live confidently, seek peace, and build a happier life. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next videos. Always remember that respect starts with yourself, and you deserve all the best things in life.